you have a company like Palantir, which actually is cheering on the war. They held their board meeting in Israel a few months after the war started because the CEO said he wanted to embarrass other supporters of Israel to come forward and vocally support the war. And then their founder, Peter Thiel, his PR guy must be an idiot, but he had him in one of those things where he's got to answer questions from students in the UK. And so they asked him, how did he feel about the fact that their software is being used to speed up targeting against civilians in Gaza? He said, well, I don't really follow that so much. I mean, I sort of trust Israel to take care of that. I'm sure they're taking care. The only other person I've ever heard say something like that is Tony Blinken. I mean, it's just, and he actually came from West Exec Advisors, which advises weapons companies. But they do it in such a way that they say they give strategic advice. They're not lobbyists, so they don't have to report a lot of things. The more you scratch the surface, many of these people are benefiting. We did a piece on what happens to 4- and 5-star generals and admirals when they leave the government. 80% of them went into the weapons industry.
80%.
Yeah, and as a general, maybe you make $200,000 with a bunch of perks, which is a lot of money. If you go to Lockheed Martin, you could make $200,000 to go to 4 meetings a year. And if you go to one of these tech companies investing in like Palantir, if you hit it big, you could make millions. So a lot of these folks, while they're in government, they're aware where they want to end up. So they don't want to mess with these firms because this is how they're going to cash in. They're going to work with these folks.
And then on the other end of it, once you graduate from some of these firms and make a lot of money and establish yourself, then as you've documented in Prophets of War, there are also avenues to get back into government.
Yes, it's like a spin cycle. Like James Mattis, who came in to the Trump administration, came from the board of General Dynamics. When he left, he went back to the board of General Dynamics. They've kind of so rationalized it that they just feel like, well, I'm doing the right thing, and the fact that I'm making money is secondary.